This is the seventh in the series of videos where I have been looking at 7 things my dad taught me. Now, I really struggled with this last one a little bit because, since I limited myself to 7, I had a long list of things to choose from. Because is it his humility we want to talk about, or his sense of humor, or how engaging he was when interacting with people, irrespective of their status in life. Whoever he talked to, he made them feel that they were somebody. He made them feel important. And I think that was quite important to raise as well. But this last point is something that I felt should definitely feature in the 7. And the reason is this. Sometimes when we see people who have achieved certain things in life, we believe that they have achieved that without having their own fair share of challenges. But in a lot of cases, that's not true. And the perception we see on the outside is one thing. And sometimes you find people going through very deep, very personal challenges. And it's important that we get to a point where we recognize that and we can, in our own lives, adjust so that we don't get overtaken by some of these challenges. And the point I want to make is this. Dad handled adversity graciously. So Dad had his fair share of challenges, but he handled them graciously. It was not a case of, hey, you see the problem I'm going through, my life has completely been destroyed, there is nothing else I can do again in life, and wanting to throw a pity party. No. Dad went through his challenges. When my mom passed on, I was with my dad, and he had to preach the following Sunday. And he agreed with my mom at the time to say, do not cancel that preaching engagement because those people really needed you to be there, and it's important for you to be there. And I drove my dad to that event. Bearing in mind that my mom had just passed on a few days before. So I drove Dad to the event, and I sat down next to him as usual. When it was time to preach, he went up. He went to do his thing, and not until the last statement did he mention the fact that my mom passed away a few days before. I think it might have been a day or two before, where he said my mom passed on. And he focused on the task that was at hand. He delivered that task. The people in that place were blessed. And only then did he now go back to, okay, this is what I'm going through in my life. So learn this. You may be going through challenges. Obviously, speak out if you need help while you're going through those challenges. But at the same time, handle it graciously. And why was he able to do that? He believed that every situation was always going to turn out for his good. Every situation. And I watched him challenge after challenge after challenge. And when you look at him, you understand what the Apostle Paul meant when he said, we are pressed on every side. It feels like things are just coming in left, right, and center. What am I going to do? He says, but the life of God within us gives us that victory. God has given us the victory even in the midst of those challenges. So I would encourage you, whatever challenge you're going through, just recognize the fact that God is there with you and that he has already given you the victory and that you will surely overcome. Weeping may endure for a night, but definitely joy comes in the morning.